Hey there, this is Paige. This is going to be my first video ever on YouTube. I'm going to start off with something that I built for the Not So Berry challenge. I'm going to be trying that out in a Let's Play here, just to see how it goes. So yeah, so this is going to be my Not So Berry Mint Home build. So the Not So Berry challenge, if you haven't heard of it, it's kind of like a legacy challenge, but it's not quite as restricted. Like you can use cheats like free real estate and motherload. They just usually say not to be excessive with cheats like that, so it's kind of cool. I can post a link to the forum that describes the challenge and each generation and really good detail in the description below. But basically it was created by the YouTuber Lil Simsy and Always Simming, who I'm not sure if they're on YouTube or not. I'll have to check out their channel if they are. But basically it's a channel that's made for the game to be played a little different from what someone might normally do in Sims. Like for me, usually I have a suburban family or something along those lines, and this gives you a chance to broaden your horizon, at least when it comes to the Sims a little bit. Like the first generation that we'll have here, Generation Mint, it's supposed to be a scientist who's a little bit mischievous, almost like a mad scientist a little bit, and they love the color mint, which is why the first generation is called the Mint Generation. So yeah, so my sim for this is going to be, her name's going to be Julep Berry, like a mint julep. And she's pretty cool. She's got mint blue hair, and she's in the scientist career already. I'll have a cast overview of her too, that we can watch before I start playing the game. But yeah, for our house, I wanted it to look pretty modern and clean and white on the inside, and I even incorporated the color mint in most of the build, which isn't something you have to do for the Not So Berry challenge. I just wanted to try it out myself just to make it even a little bit more of a challenge. So the inside is mostly white and mint with maybe like some grays and blacks and other colors here and there too. But yeah, mostly you're supposed to just have the sim incorporate the color of their generation. So that's why Julep is going to have mint hair, and she wears a lot of mint clothes and white, stuff like that. So yeah, so with my Let's Play, most people that I've seen on YouTube playing this game so far haven't been really having a story to their Let's Plays for this, except for maybe Urban Sims. I like hers a lot. But I know Lil Simsy, she doesn't play it in a Let's Play. She just kind of plays it on her own, and then will update us every once in a while on how her families are doing. But none of them really want stories with the challenge, and I think I want to have a story with mine. Just because it's kind of my first Let's Play, and I'd like to have a storyline of some sort. I always like to play that way in The Sims on my own anyway. So we'll see how that goes. It's kind of hard because each generation has different challenges that they have to complete. Like for this first generation, you have to master the scientist career, complete the Chief of Mischief aspiration, you have to master the mischief and logic skills, and you have to complete the elements collection, which I've had a lot of hard time with the elements collection before in the game, so I'm excited to kind of give that another shot and really focus on that a little bit more. But some of that might get in the way of really being able to have more of a storyline, just because you have to focus on those things too. But I think you could do both pretty easily. So I've been playing this actually on my own on my laptop a little bit just to get a feel for the challenge and how it kind of flows. And the sim that I made on my computer is actually the same sim that I'm played with now, but on my PC desktop computer I have some custom content, so I get to make them a little more personalized. But I made her kind of a little mischievous. She was sleeping around a little bit, which is kind of fun. I've never really played the game like that before either. Every time that I have, I always feel really bad about it, and I have to start the game over and not save it where I was. Yeah, so right now I'm just kind of figuring out the outside of the house still. I end up taking that black wall out. I leave it up, but I change the color of it to that blue. That's the blue subway tiles that are over there. I thought that was just the perfect mint. I was trying so hard to find it, which you probably saw earlier. It was really difficult to come across a color that I thought really fit the mint generation and feel. So I actually built this house. It probably only took me altogether maybe an hour. I'm not very good with building quite yet. I'm getting better, but I need to get better at landscaping and floor plans and stuff like that. So I actually watched a video of Lil Stimsy's building Bible from way back, and I think that that might help me out a little bit. We'll see how that goes, but hopefully I can improve my skills a little bit as far as building goes, especially landscaping. That's the one that I really struggle with right now. Yeah, I'm trying to kind of figure out the floor plan that I want for this house right now. It's a really small house. We end up getting, I think, 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms in it, which isn't a lot. And I think maybe once I'm into the gameplay more, I'll try and figure out if we can get a basement in there so that my sim can have kind of like a little science lab or lair in the basement that other sims can't get to. She can start freeze raying her coworkers and her enemies down there. That'll be fun. So for the kitchen, I was gonna just use regular modern appliances, and then I remembered that we have those appliances that look kind of 50s. I think they were from the Parenthood expansion pack. Yeah, I'm putting that in right now. And that color was just perfect for the mint generation. That fridge doesn't really fit the super modern feel of the house, but I think in the end it kind of works. So I'm trying to find any just stark white grays, anything like that that I can. It's pretty hard to build with just 2 colors in this game right now, just because the swatches aren't totally there. I wish that we had a few more swatches in the game, but I really don't miss the color wheel that was in Sims 3. I know a lot of people do. It's kind of an unpopular opinion. I just thought it really made my computer lag. If I had a nice computer, I'd probably be fine, but I don't, so maybe one day I can upgrade a little bit. I've always wanted to, but then every time I'm gonna upgrade, I just can't spend the extra money on something like that, so. Just trying to figure out the dining chairs. I kept trying to find one that would fit the mint appliances over in the kitchen, but there just isn't a chair that fits that exact color. Even in the living room, when we get a little bit further in the build, I put the chairs from, I think it was City Living, in there, and they're kind of mint, but they're still not exactly the same color, and that's one thing that's really frustrating to me about the swatches in Sims 4, but hopefully they can start improving that. I know they have already a lot with a lot of the base game furniture items. They've added a lot of swatches to some of them to help them fit the rest of the expansion packs that we've gotten in the game since the base game was first released. So I accidentally end up keeping that dishwasher in 2 different spots in the kitchen. So I think when I started playing, when I first put her in the house, I think I deleted one of those, so it won't be there once we start the Let's Play. But it's there in screenshots and everything, and somehow I didn't even notice it until I actually put my sim in the house. So this is obviously my first video. I feel really awkward. I feel like there's going to be a lot of awkward pauses in this, so I apologize for that. Maybe if this ever goes anywhere, I'll get a little bit better at that one day. So now I switched out that blue door because it just didn't fit that mint color again, and I couldn't find one that would work and still look modern because all of the regular just wooden doors in the house or in the catalog are, they just don't look modern. So I ended up going with the glass doors, which I really didn't want to do because that's a bathroom down there, but I figured if I don't put the toilet there, it's fine, and it's The Sims, so it's fine. They only get embarrassed if somebody is actually in there with them, so Sims have no concept of glass doors apparently. So to tell you guys, I guess a little bit about myself, since I don't know what else to talk about, I am 22. Yeah, 22. I have a full-time job. I work in IT for a big hospital near where I live, which it's a decent job. It's not one thing that, it's not the thing I want to do for the rest of my life. But we're just about to jump into screenshots here pretty soon. But yeah, I can definitely tell you guys more about myself in the future. I'm going to leave this voiceover here so we can jump into screenshots, and I will talk to you soon. Oh, well, this is off to a rough start now, isn't it?